Hey, good morning, guys. So, as a part of my Carpentreneur site and theme, this site is all about small business and the trades. And I decided to start a new project called How to Start a Drywall Repair Business. Now, I have a business currently. I have a small handyman business, and part of my handyman business is repairing drywall. And I'm pretty I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty proud of the work that I do when I do a drywall repair. One of the ways I sell the repairs is, you know, advertising for it, obviously. And then when I go out to look at one or people send me pictures of them, it seems like a lot of them are from like low voltage guys that come in and run wire behind walls um, for whatever stereos, stereo systems, audio, video, um, cameras, or whatever, and they do the drywall patch as like a part of their business, or they don't do it at all. But the ones I've seen where they actually do the patches are terrible. They're just a big lump of mud on the wall for the most part with some spray texture sprayed over it. Um, and so I've always kind of enjoyed doing it, and I've enjoyed the challenge um, of the repair as well because it's very tricky to get right. You've got to have a good eye. You've got to be a bit of an artist to do a good blend on a drywall patch. Now, I also have been watching a couple of guys on YouTube who are teaching drywall skills, drywall repair, and drywall mostly around like, repairs and mudding and things like that. And YouTube is great for learning how to do things. The reason I don't have a DIY how-to channel is because the subject is just really well covered. And so I'm focusing on the how to do the business and make money side of things. So, with all that being said, I had this idea that I could start a separate business. In my case, it would be a branch of my business dedicated solely to drywall repair. And why would I do that? I already have a business. I already do some drywall repair. Well, the main reason to do it is just out of curiosity mostly, but also to kind of share the process of starting a small business with you guys. So for my business, I would do it a um, as a branch of my business, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it as a new business. So if this is something you're into, and if this is something that you have skill with or plan to get skilled in, you could certainly start a side business doing this. And this is going to be a really interesting dive into how to start a business because there are a couple of ways to do it. The way most people do it is they say, you know what, I've got some trowels. I'm fairly good for whatever reason at doing drywall patches or lawn mowing or handyman or whatever. And they hop on Craigslist. They pay the $5 to create a listing. They punch out, a listing in about 10 minutes and wait for the phone to ring and get jobs, of course, and go out and start making some money. That is a way to do it for sure. The problem is, if you plan on doing it consistently and regularly, it gets hard to manage just a cash business. If you want to grow for whatever reason, if you want to hire an employee, if you want to deduct your expenses, which is huge, you can deduct your tools, you can deduct your gas, you can deduct your phone. It's complicated, so you can skip all that and just pay for that stuff out of pocket and get cash. That's a fine way, for most people. But if you want a legitimate business where you can actually hire people, deduct your expenses and your tools, your gas, your vehicle, if you want to kind of not worry about getting tagged by your local authorities or the IRS or the feds, it's best to just set up something legitimate and pay your taxes. And you have something that you could eventually pass on to somebody else or possibly even sell. I haven't tried to sell a service business yet, but I am curious if that would work. So this may be something I do with this business. Anyhow, so this is a project I'm going to undertake. It's how to start a drywall repair business. There is a blog on my website with the initial how to start a drywall repair business process that I outline and will be going through myself. So if you want to follow along, I will be posting both blogs and videos on each step I take to create the business, and then tracking the marketing, the calls, and the revenue, and we'll see how I'm doing with the business after about a year. So that is the project. If you guys are interested, you can follow along with that. Check the description. I'll leave a link to the blog, and I've got a whole section on my website just to follow along with this. So, all right, until next time.